I'm Alec. I'm a sophomore at LCHS, and I want to do Road Trip Nation to see what the world is like in the view of other people.
Who's that?
And so I can get an idea of what I want to do after high school. I like basketball, I play guitar, and I like taking pictures.
I'm Michael Bishop. I'm a junior in high school, and I am excited to do Road Trip Nation to find out how other people achieve the goals they want to achieve and succeed in their jobs. And I'm hoping to find out ways to achieve what I want to do after high school.
Hi, I'm Arash. I'm a junior in high school, and I am excited to do Road Trip Nation because I like to know how people got to do their jobs and why they like doing their jobs. I like watching movies, going to parties, and hanging out with friends on my extra time. Peace out.
Alright, I'm AY, and I like to surf, and I want to do Road Trip Nation because I want to find out because I don't really know what I want to do when I'm out of high school, and I want to find out what other people are doing, and yeah.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey Michael.
How's it going?
It's good, it's good. Hey, I'm Tim.
I'm AY.
Hey, what?
Arash.
Arash.
Alec.
Alec, nice to meet you guys. I'm Tim Johnson. Nice to be here.
Alright, so what is your job?
I work at DreamWorks Animation, and I'm a film director there. I've also done things like produced and written, but right now I'm directing another feature film, and I've done several ones, so I get to say just plain old film director.
Okay, what do you do as a director?
Well, the director's primary job, whether it's for animated film or for live action, is to tell the story and use all the tools that are part of contemporary cinema to tell the story. So, what do you tell the actors? What are the best ways to work with writers to get the best writing in a scene? How do you use lighting and texture and color to better enhance the story? I mean, director is really somebody in charge of leading a team to tell a story with film.
Do you ever get to the point where you wish you hadn't chosen this job?
I've gotten to the point where the insecurities pile up. I mean, when you do creative work for a living, when you do any creative work, I mean, if you guys have done this, a photograph or whatnot, you get to that place where you're like, oh man, I'm just not good enough. Like I see other people's work and I just feel stupid compared to them, and you can really get in a kind of a bad spiral sometimes. And I've done that. I did that about a week ago, where it's like, oh my god, I'm over my head. I don't know what I'm doing, and the insecurity like gnaws at you. I think weirdly though, that's kind of an important part of being creative. If you don't take some chances and feel like you're kind of over your head, you're probably not pushing and creating something worthwhile. If you're in your safety comfort zone and you're sleeping too well, you're probably not making something that significant. So it's sort of a price you just have to accept, that there's this pressure and self-criticism in a creative environment that comes with the territory.
And then, would you say that like schooling, like high school and college, prepared you for it? Or was it like personal experience outside of school?
As usual, it's a sum of all the things that make you who you are, right? I mean, the thing about school, and I'm sure you guys experience this, it's not the assignments and the grades, it's the people you work with and the discoveries you make. And so the schools are there to try to help you along your path, and in order to do that, they have to have things like grades and tests. The grades and tests don't teach you anything. Mm-hmm. It's making projects like this, it's trying to figure it out together, it's arguing together about what's the best way to do it, all that stuff. That's the stuff I remember from school. So I didn't study to become a film director, but when I look back, it feels kind of like everything I did in school led me really, really clearly to where I ended up.
After college, what were the steps to get into your job?
Well, in college, my junior and senior years, my last 4 years in college, I made animated films. So when I left university, I had these 2 student films, and I just hit I grew up in Chicago, so I just kind of hit the streets in Chicago, borrowed a tie from a friend, and went out and did all these interviews and showed people my films, and I got hired to be an in-betweener.
Oh, okay.
So somebody else does the main drawings, and then you do all the in-betweens, and that's how you learn animation. And but very quickly I found myself doing storyboards and pitching ideas, and very quickly I was actually directing TV commercials just within a year or two. There's a famous animator who once said, everybody has 10,000 bad drawings in them. The sooner you get them out of the way, the better. And his whole idea was, you have to like make tons of mistakes and do a bunch of bad drawings. Make a bunch of crappy films. Honestly, you probably don't know how to make a good one yet. You'll learn how to make a good one by making a bunch of crappy ones. And so today especially, where certainly education is important, having a degree is important, having the sort of resume that gets you into the right college, all that stuff's important. But with a creative career, it's a little different. It's really a meritocracy, meaning it doesn't matter what grades I got at school. It matters that I made a film, and the film showed some creative integrity and talent. And so all of the things you do in school are important. Getting good grades all contributes to your experience as a creative artist. But ultimately, if you're not out there taking chances and making stuff and screwing up and being unafraid to screw up, then you're going to walk out with really good grades and a bunch of teachers that like working with you into a very challenging environment. But if you walk out of there with actual films, you know, and good and bad ones, and moments of brilliance and moments where it didn't quite make it, that's the thing. I really believe in that whole 10,000 drawings thing. You get those 10,000 drawings out of the way as soon as possible.
What advice do you have for us as high schoolers to get, because this project is just to basically figure out what steps other people made to get to where they are, and good or bad. So what advice do you have for us, just as people, as high schoolers, to get to where we want to go in general?
The hardest thing, whether it's specifically a creative career or you want to be a banker, the hardest thing that's so crippling, and I remember in high school, I found it especially crippling, is failing in public. Failing in public, failing in front of your friends, failing in front of your family. It was so important to me to have my mom and dad believe in what I was doing, and so terrifying if I got a bad grade or made a bad film or whatever. Right? And yet, almost every time I did screw up and did it in public, what I got out of it was so much more in failure than anything I did right. Like by screwing up, I really became the artist that I'm proud of today. And so the biggest advice I have for younger people and people in high school who may not have a specific dream but have these ambitions is find a way to surround yourself with the kind of people and support that allows you to fail and get right back up again. Make the kinds of friends that you can pick them up when they fail. Make the kinds of friends that you can go, I know this is a bad drawing, but I think there's something in here, what do you think? And they're not going to go, whatever, dude. But go, okay, I see, yeah, it's just a sketch, but what if it was this? Finding and surrounding yourself with those kind of people and finding a safety net for yourself so that you can really go out there and just try stuff and know I'm probably going to bloody my nose on this one, but I gotta try it. That is the biggest thing of all. Fear of failure stops you from trying, and if you don't try, you never make it.
From Roadtrip Nation and from Mr. Tim Johnson, I learned that you need to follow your dream if you want to succeed, and even though you mess up a lot of times, you have to just keep going and stay persistent, and eventually you'll get to where you want to go. And even though you have a lot of you might have more than one path to get to where you want to go, you have to just keep going, and you'll get there.
What I learned from Roadtrip Nation in this project is that it takes a lot more than just studying and doing stuff at school to learn and become successful. You have to surround yourself with people that will make you feel better about yourself and help you along your way. And I also learned that you need to do a lot of hands-on stuff because that helps you a lot. And Mr. Tim Johnson taught me a lot about that, and it helped me a lot. In Roadtrip Nation, I learned that you have to create opportunities for yourself, outside of school and outside of the classroom, to so that you can create your own luck and give yourself opportunities to succeed. And you should go out and meet people so that you can get connections so that you can find a job that you like.
During this project, I learned about the importance of learning from your failures. Um, I understood from Mr. Tim Johnson that you need to make mistakes all throughout high school and college and after in the work field to actually become successful in what you want to do. If you never make these mistakes in the first place, then you're never going to know the right way to do something, or that there's a better way out there to do something, and you'll just never become as successful as you can in your business. It's really important to just surround yourself with people who are going to encourage you and like tell you, oh, you messed up there, this is a better way